Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 12 of the Renegade of Wrestling. I am your host, JJ Williams, here to bring you my thoughts on the week's worth of wrestling. Last week, we had 5 hours of television on Monday night. No, 4 hours, excuse me. 4 hours. It was 5 on my DVR because we set for overage. You know how Raw likes to go long and all that stuff. Because we had 4 hours of TV on Raw last night with the Hall of Fame ceremony, Raw, and the season premiere of Tough Enough. Let's start with the Hall of Fame. They decided on their 1-hour telecast to show us the Road Warriors, Drew Carey, and Shawn Michaels. The Road Warriors, can't say a thing bad about them. The speech was good. I liked the little touch of putting the Hawk figure on the podium there. You know, I loved the fact that Animal delivered the What a Rush line that used to be Hawk's in tribute to him. Paul Ellering seemed like he was doing pretty good. All in all, their whole little induction was good. Shawn Michaels, again, what bad can we say? I'm surprised, though, they actually showed the click thing at the very end. I figured they would save that as a bonus for the DVD and just cut right before that. But seeing X-Pac, seeing Big Kev come out to honor their boy, X-Pac all in tears. I was joking with my buddies. Sean was crying because he'll never see another paycheck from WWE again. X-Pac's like, oh, this is the last time I'll ever get a check from them.
If he was even paid for that one.
DVD rights.
Aha.
And then they showed us Drew Carey. Don't get me wrong. Kane inducting him, hilarious. I loved how Kane gave his speech about how he eliminated 11 people from the Rumble that year. And what was everybody talking about? Drew Carey. I got a real kick out of that. But seriously, you didn't show us Sunny with the entire Diva roster out there to honor her. You didn't show us Bullet Bob Armstrong, who didn't really do much in the WWE, granted that, but the Road Dogg made his return to induct his father. And you didn't think that was TV worthy? That's just fail. On to Raw. For it being the Raw after WrestleMania, it seemed a little lackluster to me. In the past, we've had returns, debuts, all kinds of randomness happen the Raw after WrestleMania. For the most part, this just seemed like another Raw to me, with the exception of Cena Rock's big announcement for WrestleMania 28 in Miami.
What about seeing Cara?
Hold on. You're jumping the gun, man. Jeez.
Sorry.
For those of you that haven't recognized the voice, I've got Mr. TW Jeff Meacham running the camera today. My normal cameraman, Double A, Aaron, is out of town for a little bit. So I got Jeff running the camera.
I'll be quiet, I promise. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Jay.
Talk on your own show.
Yes, sir. We'll just come out tomorrow, by the way.
The Rock John Cena thing, you know, I know Jeff talked about it on his episode that just went out. I don't like the idea of waiting a year for this match. I think times have changed too much. This isn't the era of Hogan Steen. This isn't the era of Taz Sabu, where you can tease that kind of confrontation. The modern era fan, the C Nation, if you will, too much wants to go for the quick fix. You might have been able to get away with the build-up to SummerSlam in Hollywood, but I don't think you're going to make it last to WrestleMania. And what's Rocky going to do? Is he going to appear every now and then and fail, freaking send in a promo via satellite to keep interest? If Rocky's going to be back, I want to see him back. After the way Raw went off the air last week, I want to see The Rock and John Cena versus Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel for the tag team titles at Extreme Rules. That's what I want to see. Put the straps on him. Now you've reeled Rocky in. He's got to defend those belts every 30 days. So you give them pay-per-view matches. Around SummerSlam, you start to build some dissension. Survivor Series comes. They've already lost the belts by then. And The Rock and John Cena on their manned team versus whoever on the other side, traditional Survivor Series match, have one of the two of them turn. Now you've got a solid heel and babyface building up to WrestleMania. Get to the Royal Rumble match, you still haven't really gotten physical interaction between the two of them. Get to the Royal Rumble match, and as soon as one of them gets eliminated, the buzzer goes off, and here comes the other one. You missed confrontation by that much. Then you've got momentum going into WrestleMania, if you're going to do that. But I don't think we can get away with it. Not this day and age. Not when fans want the crazy high spot, the Money in the Bank ladder matches and the Ultimate X matches. And these are what they expect from their wrestlers. This isn't the day and age where you can build up a year-long feud and make it worth and pay off. Because inevitably, the payoff isn't going to be what everybody wants. Either Rocky's going to win, and everyone's going to say, well, why couldn't The Rock put over John Cena? If he's only going to have one match, why can't The Rock put John Cena over? Just like they did with Hogan about Shawn. Just like they did with Hogan about Orton. Or Cena's going to win, and everyone's going to say, Cena didn't deserve to beat The Rock. Cena's not good enough to beat The Rock. The Rock is the great one. Inevitably, the payoff isn't going to be what people want. That's just my opinion, though. As Jeff brought up, Cara debuted both on Raw and SmackDown last week. Right now, it seems like they're kind of teasing him being a free agent. I'm not sure which show he's going to end up with. Time will tell. Personally, I'd like to see him on Raw right now so that we don't have two masked luchadors on SmackDown with Rey Mysterio. Keep them separate for a little bit. Have one on one show and one on the other. Then we get to the premiere of Tough Enough, where a girl named Adrian thinks that the best match that she's ever seen is Alicia Fox and Melina.
Can I walk away, Jay?
You see what the back of the shirt says?
Damn. Bring out the Owen shirt.
Seriously? After a joke like that, you just showed that you didn't have the heart, and Austin made the right decision by sending your ass packing. Seriously. There's way too many matches, even in the little bit of time that I've been into it compared to other people. Seriously, Savage Steamboat, Bret Owen, Bret Shawn, Shawn Bret, or Austin Bret. The list can go on and on. Seriously. Melina and Alicia Fox? That's like saying that your favorite moment in wrestling history was the hatching of the gobbledygooker. And then over on SmackDown, we had Alberto Del Rio versus Christian. Winner gets Edge at Extreme Rules in a ladder match. Raise your hand if you thought Christian was going to win. Jeff, seriously?
I just figured they'd try something different. I mean, I granted Alberto's destiny is to be the world champion, but I figured they might give us Edge and Christian finally.
No.
Oh well. A guy can dream.
So we get Edge and Alberto Del Rio in a ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
Or so we think. Or so we think. Because tonight on Raw, or last night on Raw, excuse me, this is going up on Tuesday, I get my days mixed up, excuse me. Last night on Raw, Edge retired. Is it a work? Is it legit? Rumor mills are running rampant. A lot of people are saying that this is legit. That this goes back to Edge's broken neck 8 years ago. He's battle wounded, too many scars, too broken down, and he's just at that point where he's hanging it up. One has to question, though, is he hanging it up because he doesn't want a job to Del Rio? Why now? Why on the cusp of putting this young guy over, who, granted, not a big Del Rio fan, but I do believe it's his destiny. I do believe that all that talk is the truth. I believe he will be your next World Heavyweight Champion. Why put that away now? Why are you going to retire now? Why not wait until they go back to Canada? Retire in your home country in front of your native Toronto fans, where you know as soon as you say your speech and put down that microphone, that place is going to erupt with chants and thank you, and the rest of the people are going to be crying, just like you hear in the background. She's crying because Edge is retired.
Poor thing.
Which brings me to my last topic. It's April. It's post-WrestleMania, which means only one thing. Spring cleaning in the WWE. Time to get rid of all those useless talents that are taking up roster spots, taking away money from young guys out there beating their butts trying to get in the business. And I've got my list here of people that I would like to see join the Future Endeavor Club. Kurt Hawkins. Ever since they got rid of Lance Hoyt, Vance Archer, he's done nothing. If you're not going to put him back with Zack Ryder, get rid of him. He's useless. The Usos. You already had Tamina leave them to join the trombone-playing Santino Marella. That was the nail in their coffin right there. Seriously. So get rid of the Usos. Get rid of Caitlyn. She won the NXT Divas, and what has she done? I can't remember the last time I saw her on television. Primo. Kind of just been floundering in lower to mid-card hell ever since Carlito got released. They turned him heel with Carlito. Carlito left. He stayed heel. He's doing crap. Khali and Ranjan Singh. I'm just going to move on from that one because seriously, the great Khali at 7 feet, 300, 400 pounds, whatever he is, he's taken like 3 roster spots just himself. Trent Beretta. Again, you got rid of Kalen Croft last year. I liked the Dude Busters. They reminded me a lot of Young Hardys. I saw good things in their future. Apparently the scriptwriters didn't because they got rid of Croft. Get rid of Beretta. Let them go out and pound the indie circuit together. Reunite in Ring of Honor just like the world's greatest tag team did. Maybe they could challenge them for the ROH tag titles. Congrats, by the way, Shelton Charlie. There's nothing for Beretta to do. Tyler Rex. 1 minute, he's a fun-loving surfer dude. Another minute, he's a dingy beach bum. Guess he was always a beach bum, but, you know, this beach bum looks like he'll actually hurt you. The other beach bum you wanted to go smoke a bowl with. Tyler Rex and RVD. Interesting tag team.
Well, no, because Matt Hardy's already in TNA. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And Yoshitatsu.
Oh.
I love Yoshi. He's a gentleman. He's a dignitary. Met him last year. Really cool guy. What the hell is he doing? Nothing. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on a little bit of the last week or so in wrestling. What do you guys think? Comment back. Hit me up. Be on the lookout for Dads of Wrestling this week on Thursday, where me and Jeff and special guest Ray Larkin, the Lady Killer, will be back, and we're going to be discussing the best heels in the business. For now, I'm the Renegade JJ Williams, and I'll see you next time.